students, in the last video we have discussed about inverse function and composition of function. In this video we will discuss about special function like floor function and the seed function. Before coming to floor function and the seed function, we should know what is the graph of the function. Let f be a function which is defined from set A to set B. Then graph of the function f is the set of ordered pairs AB such that A belongs to A and f of A is equal to B, meaning that B is the image of element A. For example, for function fx is equal to x square, what will be its graph? We know that square of negative and positive number is same, and value of function at x is equal to 0 is 0. So looking at the graph, we will obtain some graph like this. Value at -1 and +1 is same, value at -2 and +2 is also same, and so on, and value at 0 is 0. So we will obtain a graph like this for the function fx is equal to x square. So graph of this function is the set of ordered pairs of the form x fx, where x is an integer. Next, floor function. Floor function assigns to the real number x the largest integer that is less than or equal to x. Floor symbol is like this. If you want to calculate floor value of x, then it is denoted by this. So if we calculate floor value of 1 by 2, that will be equal to 0, because 0 is the largest integer that is less than or equal to 1 by 2. Similarly, floor value of -1 by 2, that will come out to be -1. Similarly, floor value of 3 is equal to 3. Floor value of 3.1 is equal to 3. So coming to the graph of floor function, we will have graph of floor function like this. Any value between the range of 1 and 2 when x is greater than 1 but less than 2, then value will come out to be 1. Value of floor function will come out to be 1. Any value between 2 and 3 will come out to be 2. Any value between 3 and 4, floor value will come out to be 3. Similarly for negative value. So this is the graph of the floor function. Another special function is seed function. Seed function assigns to the real number x the smallest integer that is greater than or equal to x. Its symbol is like this. So if we want to calculate CL of x, then we will write like this, CL of x. Again, example, CL value of 1 by 2 is equal to 1, because 1 is the smallest integer that is greater than or equal to 1 by 2. CL value of -1 by 2, that will come out to be 0. CL value of 3.1 will come out to be 4. Again, graph of CL function. Again, value between 0 and 1. If we have x is equal to, suppose, 1 by 2, then CL value of 1 by 2 is 1. So this is the graph of the CL function. Looking at some examples, data stored on a computer disk or transmitted over a data network are usually represented as a string of bytes. We know that 1 byte is equal to 8 bits. How many bytes are required to encode 100 bits of data? To calculate the number of bytes, we will divide 100 by 8. But the question is that we have to take either floor value or the CL value. In this case, we have data to be transmitted, so we cannot lose data. So we will take the CL value. That will come out to be CL value of 12 point something, that will be equal to 13. So 13 bytes are required. Another example, in asynchronous transfer mode, data are organized into cell of 53 bytes. So 53 bytes means 53 into 8, that is 424 bits. How many ATM cells can be transmitted in 1 minute over a connection that transmit data at the rate of 500 kilobits per second? 500 kilobits per second. So in 1 minute, data transferred will be equal to 500 into 10 raised to power 3 into 60 bits. That will come out to be 3 into 10 raised to power 7 bits. So number of ATM cells will be equal to 3 into 10 raised to power 7 divided by 424. Now we have to take the floor value of this. Why? Because we cannot transfer more than the capacity of the network. That is, we have to take the largest integer not exceeding this quotient. So it will come out to be 70754 ATM cells. These are some useful properties of floor and ceil function. This you can verify as your exercise, that floor value of x is equal to n if and only if x is greater than equal to n and less than n plus 1. Second property, ceil value of x is equal to n if and only if x is greater than n minus 1 but less than equal to n. Third, floor value of x is equal to n if and only if n is greater than x minus 1 and less than equal to x. Fourth, ceil value of x is equal to n if and only if n is greater than equal to x and less than x plus 1. Similarly, we have some another properties which you can verify as your home exercise. In the next video, we will discuss about growth of functions. Thank you.